fashion lovers. We are back again with the key fashion trends for fall and winter 2026. We watched the runways in New York, London, Milan and Paris, and gathered the strongest directions of the season. This season is not about dramatic reinvention. It is about clarity, confidence, and intention. Designers balance structure with softness. They mix polished dressing with emotion, nostalgia, and real-life wearability. Craftsmanship, practicality, and self-expression all come together. Overall, this season feels more refined, more thoughtful, and more personal. So in this video, let's break down the trends defining the season. Fur returns this season in a more refined way. Instead of oversized and exaggerated shapes, the focus moves to low-pile textures, calf hair, vintage-looking coats, and softer faux fur and shearling details. We see these textures not only in full coats, but also in collars, sleeves, trims, linings, wraps, layered accents, and accessories. Before looking at the runway examples, it helps to understand what this fur effect actually means. Because although many looks appear furry, not all of them are made with real fur. Some brands may still use real fur in their collections. The most common alternative is shearling. Shearling is real. It is sheepskin with the wool still attached, so the inside is soft wool, while the outside is suede or leather. In fashion, it is usually treated differently from fur. It feels more heritage-based, more natural, and more wearable. That is why even brands that avoid traditional fur still use shearling to create warmth and richness. This season, Christian Dior showed a gilded lame bar jacket trimmed with shearling. Loewe reworked its bell-shaped jackets in shaved and dyed brushed shearling. Simone Rocha contrasted shaggy shearling textures with hardware and harness details. Hermes added removable shearling collars to coats and jackets. Another category is repurposed fur. This is not a new material, but a new approach. It uses vintage fur, deadstock, or recycled pelts that are cut and remade into new designs. Gabriella Hearst is one of the designers using this idea. Some brands are also moving toward bio-based fur alternatives. Stella McCartney is a leading example. Her material called Savian is plant-based rather than plastic-based. It is still a small part of the industry, but it points toward the future of faux fur. You may also hear the term eco-fur. This is usually faux fur with a sustainability angle. In most cases, it means recycled fibers or low-impact synthetic materials. Dolce & Gabbana is one of the brands that has used this term. Then we have classic faux fur. This is the most familiar alternative. It is usually made from synthetic fibers like polyester, acrylic, or modacrylic. Today, it can look very realistic on the runway. That is why many fur-free brands still turn to faux fur for its rich visual effect, and often combine it with shearling within the same collection. This season, Rabanne showed oversized faux fur-lined jackets. Miu Miu added cozy faux fur linings and trapper-style headwear. Zimmermann gave faux fur a boho power dressing mood. Ottolinger showed cropped faux fur jackets. Form styled a sculptural gown with a shearling stole. Louis Vuitton, Valentino, Lanvin, Ralph Lauren, Balmain, Mugler, Alaïa, Balenciaga, Marni, Tod's, Prada, and Ferragamo also explored shearling and faux fur in different ways. And finally, the most important direction right now is texture-driven fur illusion. This is where fashion is really heading. Designers use mohair, alpaca, shaggy wool, boucle, pile knits, brushed fabrics, fringe, loose yarn ends, eyelash yarns, and lead fibers to mimic fur without actually using it. These are not fur materials. They are textiles engineered to create a furry visual effect. Bottega Veneta gave some of the best examples. The brand showed furry fringe, velvet carved to resemble astrakhan, rippling silk threads that looked like curly shearling, and even brushed shearling made to resemble fox. Etro also created fur-like effects through intricate wool construction. Tailoring moves in a softer and more relaxed direction this season. The mood is less rigid and less severe. Suits, tuxedos, and shirting are styled with ease, balancing polish and comfort. Power dressing is still important, but it feels more fluid. The new power suit is not stiff. It is refined, wearable, and shaped by real life. Saint Laurent showed fluid tailoring with a sloping shoulder line. Victoria Beckham presented narrow trouser suits with a boyish sharpness. Givenchy moved from masculine pinstripes to curvier cuts and razor-sharp evening tailoring. Dolce & Gabbana showed relaxed fits. Loose and roomy trousers were also everywhere. Giorgio Armani, Tod's, Max Mara, Form, and Bottega Veneta all pushed tailoring toward softer volume. Classic cuts remain important too. Givenchy, McQueen, Tom Ford, Jean Paul Gaultier, and Fendi all reinforced the return of clean, traditional tailoring. At the same time, the waist becomes more defined. Cinched shapes appear again at Christian Dior, Michael Kors, Alon Paul, McQueen, and Ralph Lauren. Button-up shirts also play a strong role this season. They are styled with different textures and moods at Dries Van Noten, Fendi, Michael Kors, Prada, and Dolce & Gabbana. Outerwear takes back its central role this season. The coat is not just a layer. It becomes the defining part of the look. Many coats are buttoned high, wrapped close to the body, or cut with strong presence. At the same time, capes, capelets, shawls, and ponchos add drama and movement. Layering also becomes looser and slightly undone. Ponchos appear at Mano Savino, Chloe, and Tod's. Balenciaga showed a black leather poncho, while Givenchy, Alaïa, and Dolce & Gabbana also explored the shape. Capes were seen at McQueen, Mano Savino, Givenchy, Christian Dior, Lanvin, and Chloe. Double-breasted jackets and coats stayed strong at Christian Dior, Tory Burch, Givenchy, Mano Savino, Fendi, and Max Mara. Trench coats were another major outerwear story at McQueen, Tory Burch, Bottega Veneta, Giorgio Armani, Balmain, and Ralph Lauren. Rounded shoulders added shape to coats at Carolina Herrera, Jill Sander, Balenciaga, Tory Burch, and Victoria Beckham. Leather coats appeared at Alberta Ferretti, Gabriella Hearst, Alaïa, Bottega Veneta, and Proenza Scala. Navy outerwear also stood out. Ferragamo showed oversized peacoats and navy cashmere coats with ivory silk-lined panels, while Bottega Veneta, Etro, and Tory Burch also worked with deep navy tones. And finally, there was a more disheveled approach to layering. Giorgio Armani, Christian Dior, Louis Vuitton, Valentino, Prada, and Form all gave coats a looser, less controlled attitude. Layering feels softer and more intuitive this season. It is less formulaic and less polished. Designers combine different textures, styles, and tonal pieces so the look feels lived in rather than overly constructed. Dries Van Noten mixed school uniform references, shirts and ties, preppy blazers, varsity jackets, denim, and embellished skirts. Robin layered knits, sparkle, tea dresses, and granny blouses in a modern grunge way. Etro mixed tailored shapes with scarves and corset-like details. Chloe added detachable shoulder yokes to tailored jackets. Chanel played with iridescent chainmail and trompe l'oeil tweeds. Louis Vuitton and Marni used layering to combine polish with richer texture and dimension. Sheer layering is also important. Transparency is not simply exposed. It is layered. Plastic, mesh, tulle, and sheer overlays create softness and peekaboo effects as we have seen in Prada show. Tom Ford showed transparent plastic blazers, trenches, and babushkas. Victoria Beckham used transparent crinoline panels with quilted flowers trapped underneath. Miu Miu layered sparkle-embroidered chiffon over scalloped underlayers. Then there is tonal dressing. This season, tonal looks create depth through texture rather than loud contrast. Max Mara styled brushed teddy coats, suede tunics, and riveted pieces in muted armor-like tones. Tod's layered leather, shearling, and pony skin across slim dresses and skirts. Ralph Lauren combined a leather bustier, wool trousers, chunky knitwear, and oversized shawls in rich tonal harmony. Color becomes more direct this season. It appears either in strong monochrome looks or bold blocks of contrast. The result is graphic, clear, and confident. Head-to-toe color creates strong visual impact. Michael Kors, Max Mara, Hermes, Tom Ford, Fendi, Zimmermann, Mugler, Gucci, Ferragamo, and Mano Savino and many others worked with monochrome dressing. Color blocking is another key approach. Instead of soft blending, colors are cut sharply to define shape. Valentino used satin sash belts across color-blocked pleated tunics. Stella McCartney, Mugler, Chanel, Ferragamo, Louis Vuitton, Prada, and Celine also emphasized contrast through color block composition. Romantic dressing returns this season, but not in a predictable way. It is not just sweetness. It is layered, dramatic, sensual, and sometimes slightly undone. Lace trims, ruffles, feathers, corsetry, bustles, trains, poet blouses, and Victorian echoes all come back. These elements bring softness into sharper wardrobes. Christian Dior softened the bar jacket and paired it with tutor-like layers and asymmetrical lace. Zimmermann leaned into boudoir dressing and lingerie-inspired gowns. Gabriella Hearst referenced Edwardian lace and hand-crocheted cashmere lace. Alberto Ferretti used flowing chiffon caftans, caped shapes, ruffles, feathers, and flashes of glitz. Mano Savino explored romantic slips, embroidery, and laser-cut lingerie-inspired dresses. McQueen showed sheer, unstructured evening dresses. Valentino framed cutouts with lace and added twisted taffeta draping. Asymmetry brings movement into the season. It softens structure and makes silhouettes feel more fluid. Designers use one-shoulder lines, wrapped closures, uneven hems, off-center cuts, and draped construction. The effect feels controlled, but never rigid. Zimmermann showed a dress that looked as if it had been assembled from multiple silk scarves tied into place. One shoulder and asymmetrical draping appeared at Proenza Scala. Stella McCartney, Christian Dior, Bottega Veneta, Victoria Beckham, Fendi, Gucci, Jacquemus, Etro, and many other shows. Lanvin added asymmetrical drapes to gowns, coats, and skirts. Givenchy twisted volume toward the front in a draped velvet halter look. Tod's wrapped soft leather asymmetrically around the body like a protective blanket dress. Asymmetrical skirt cuts also appeared at Balmain, Tory Burch, Louis Vuitton, Gabriella Hearst, Toteem, and Alaïa. Necklines become a real focal point this season. They frame the face and reshape the silhouette. Funnel necks continue to evolve. Sculptural collars flip upward. And high necklines appear strongly, especially in New York. Embellished necklines were seen at Valentino, Jill Sander, McQueen, Alan Paul, Louis Vuitton, and Jean Paul Gaultier. Fendi stood out with detachable collars in white cotton, black leather, black fur, and other materials. Lanvin also emphasized the neckline with elegant framing around the upper body. Erdem used the neckline to heighten drama and refinement. Givenchy used necklines to sharpen silhouette. Turtlenecks also remain relevant at Michael Kors, Form, Gabriella Hearst, Tory Burch, and Louis Vuitton. Surface becomes one of the biggest stories of the season. Fabric is no longer just the base. It becomes the statement. Designers focus on embroidery, brocades, tapestry-like textures, applique, fringe, feathers, slashing, raw edges, paillettes, and highly worked materials. Craft, repetition, and texture all take center stage. Mugler played with leather, colored shearling, metallic finishes, and sculptural surface work. Chanel showed mother-of-pearl paillettes, shimmer, and embroidered velvet. Etro delivered dense wool crochet, three-dimensional embroidered creatures, sequins, fringe, and feathers. Stella McCartney combined sustainability with texture through fringed knitwear and crochet details. Bottega Veneta used shaggy fiberglass and spiraling fringe to dramatic effect. Jacquemus showed hourglass dresses finished with deep looped fringe. Michael Kors decorated t-shirts, shirting, and pleated trousers with feathers and paillettes. Rabanne continued its signature sparkle through beads, sequins, plastic paillettes, and chainmail. Lowe experimented with latex cast slip dresses, fringe halters, and looped bead constructions. Erdem turned surface into storytelling. Collaged brocades and satins, diamond brooches, ribbons, lace, and feathers created a richly layered effect. At Carolina Herrera, dresses were brightened by fringed paillettes and colorful floral embroidery. Blue Marine used roses, chainmail, and glittering lame to make surface feel playful and intense. Fringe was strong at Gabriella Hearst, Lanvin, Zimmermann, and Givenchy. Shredded skirts also appeared at Lanvin, Christian Dior, and Rabanne. Feathers appeared at Alberto Ferretti, Mano Savino, Erdem, Balenciaga, Giorgio Armani, and Zimmermann. Distressed surfaces came through at Coach, Prada, and Dolce & Gabbana. The pencil skirt makes a strong return, but it comes back with a modern attitude. This season's pencil skirt is streamlined, sharp, and versatile. It works for day, office dressing, and evening. It appeared at Mano Savino, Mugler, Lanvin, Tom Ford, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, Moschino, Fendi, and Jill Sander. Jacquemus reworked the shape through precise tailoring, a sculpted hip line, and a flaring pleated hem. Tory Burch showed the look in varied textures, with dropped waists, belted shapes, and crewneck knits. Dropped waists return this season and reshape the body into longer proportions. The silhouette feels more relaxed, more elongated, and sometimes slightly flapper-like. Marni, Mugler, and Ferragamo also pushed the waist downward in different ways. Chanel showed belted drop waist looks that stretched the torso and created an unstructured line. After so much looseness, silhouettes move closer to the body again. Designers return to form, proportion, and a more direct awareness of the figure. Alaïa led this direction clearly. Gucci showed body-conscious stretchy tube dresses. Max Mara, Gabriela Hearst, Dolce & Gabbana, Fendi, and Tom Ford also emphasized a more fitted line. Peplum silhouettes come back as a sculptural way to define the waist. The shape appears on blazers, leather jackets, coats, and dresses. Sometimes the peplum is fluid. Sometimes it is sharply architectural. But in every case, it adds structure and shape. Christian Dior brought peplum back into focus. Alberto Ferretti used rounded shoulders, fitted waists, and soft peplum shaping in butter-soft Napa leather. McQueen, Givenchy, Tory Burch, Jacquemus, Alain Paul, Stella McCartney, Ralph Lauren, Proenza Scala, and Moschino also explored the shape. Velvet returns as a key texture, especially in evening wear. Its soft surface catches light in a subtle, rich way. It adds depth, mood, and a sense of quiet glamour. Giorgio Armani proves once again that it can feel timeless and current at the same time. Ralph Lauren used velvet to heighten quiet luxury and formal polish. Alaïa used velvet in body-focused tailoring and evening wear. Lanvin, Stella McCartney, Alberto Ferretti, Victoria Beckham, Balenciaga, and Givenchy all worked with velvet this season. Sport continues to influence luxury dressing, but this season, it is blended more seamlessly into tailored and polished looks. Designers mix technical fabrics, polos, track jackets, varsity references, and performance pieces with dressier items. Simone Rocha stood out with side-split track jackets, lace layering, and ruffled track pants. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Prada, Stella McCartney, Miu Miu, and Coach all worked in this direction. Classic multicolor knit motifs appear in sweaters, embellished knits, and more unexpected pieces. Robin mixed checks and knits into layered, sparkle-heavy looks. At Chloe, voluminous dresses and tiered muslin skirts carried faded checks. At Hermano Savino, tartan appeared as an illusion rendered in weightless worsted wool. Etro used checks and heritage textures to anchor more decorative styling. Dries Van Noten made checks feel layered and fashion-forward rather than traditional. Some checks feel traditional. Others feel layered, mixed, embellished, or oversized. Modern check interpretations also appeared at Louis Vuitton, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and Gabriela Hearst. Animal references return this season in more than one way. These prints are usually used as statement accents rather than covering the entire wardrobe. Fendi, Celine, Givenchy, and Hermano Savino embraced animal-inspired outfits. At Balmain, Animalia references appeared through caviar-beaded pieces. Slits create tension between polish and disruption. They add movement and keep structured pieces from feeling too fixed. This trend appeared at Ferragamo, Balmain, Coach, Victoria Beckham, Alberto Ferretti, Stella McCartney, McQueen, and Gucci. Buttons become more than a functional detail this season. They become a design feature. Chanel, Ferragamo, Proenza Scala, and Louis Vuitton also made buttons part of the visual story. At Blue Marine, button focus became part of the styling identity. Designers showed all black looks through tailoring, coats, knits, dresses, and layered separates, proving that monochrome black can feel sharp, modern, dramatic, and deeply sophisticated. To summarize, Fall 2026 is less about chasing trends and more about a confident point of view. It is a season that feels more intentional, more wearable, and more personal. Which trend would you wear? Tell us in the comments. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest runway highlights, trend updates, and fashion inspiration.